much nitrous is this?
But then
It's a big bottle.
It's like his passenger floor was like, for some reason, it was riveted in. Yeah, Phoenix Tahoe.
Okay.
It was riveted in, and it falls off. Like, I'm gonna find this video.
The nitrous bottle falls off?
No, not the nitrous bottle. His floor just falls off. There's nothing on the floor.
Dude, what is his floor?
It falls off. I'm not joking.
I believe you. I haven't watched it forever.
Fast and Furious.
It all sounds right. It sounds familiar, but like,
floorboard.
I don't recall it to the details.
Floor pan. Sorry, floor pan.
NOS.
It says we finally asked.
The big ones.
It says we finally ask why. So there's some video. I'm not gonna say it. I don't want to get in YouTube trouble. Somehow I'll link this into the video. It's an ad that I can't skip. Thanks to YouTube.
Thanks YouTube.
Way to monetize.
Yeah, they're making money on Geico.
Okay. So he's turning on both of his nitrous tanks that he has, because he has two. He's building pressure in them.
Switch.
So he's got his computer that has his fuel map.
Damn. It's a 3D.
And then he has a laptop with his nitrous with some sheet. Dude, so everybody's turning on their nitrous everywhere.
How do all these systems integrate?
His is under his seat, and he just...
Oh, he's a hide-and-go seeker. Old Vin Diesel.
And he's flipping all the switches. He's playing PlayStation. They're all shooting flame because they're tuned it properly.
Dang.
Okay, so they're all going.
Dude, you can see the fire blowing through the transmission.
Yeah, because there's fire in your tranny, everybody. And then, for some reason, his front-wheel drive car torque steers, obviously.
Dang.
And then he's gaining on him. He's pulling hard.
Maybe it was a rear-wheel drive swap.
Yeah, that's more logical. So he's still pulling. Paul Walker's pulling. He hits the nitrous, stage 1. He needs more. Oh, there's NOS button 1. Okay, it sprays in the inlet.
Whoa!
So he breaks the tires loose.
Dang. That is a huge hit.
And I think he's on mushrooms.
He's on warp speed.
Yeah, he has hit hyperdrive.
Oh, dang.
Ja Rule does not get to touch Monica's titties. Rip Monica.
Crap.
He's doing 140. 140. It's very slow.
Yeah, that is slow.
Vin Diesel just hit 140. Danger to manifold. Warning. Warning.
Danger to manifold.
Shuts it down. Hits the second stage of nitrous.
Dude, he was already melted down. What the?
His floor pan unbolts. It breaks the rivets and falls apart.
What?
And he's still going. I don't know why that happened.
He had a chunk of diamond plate on there?
He had a diamond plate floor pan. He's about to win. And the RX-7, the rotary, somehow, in the meantime of burning oil, breaks the tires loose at 160 and wins. And then his car locks up
on the finish line
and smokes.
Dude, he's got Sparko seats.
And he also bet his pink slip. So, anyways, danger to manifold, floor pan falls off, and Vin Diesel wins. So,
dude, danger to manifold. The diamond plate floor pan.
It like there's like 10 bolts that just shear.
Yeah, they're just like bloop bloop bloop.
Yeah. So I'm not really sure.
Dude, maybe it was just the amount of torque in the chassis.
The chassis flex at 160.
From the four-banger.
From his nitrous.
On the front-wheel drive car.
His nitrous-fed Eclipse.
Dude, and all we know. Here's what we do.
Here's what we know. Number 1. What do we know?
2 big bottles of nitrous.
Yeah, 2 massive bottles.
Dude, what?
Like, I don't know, what do nitrous bottles weigh?
Okay, and the management system on that thing?
Yeah, well, he had 2, because he had his fuel map on his flip-up DVD, which means, I don't know what that means.
Dude, and that fuel map was like one of those cool 3D, like,
yeah, it was a 3D ignition fuel map. It was cool.
Almost.
And then he had his laptop with stages of nitrous.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, Holly UFI needs to step it up. They had this 20 years ago. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Just saying.
Well, I think it was just for Paul Walker. Rest in peace.
Alright. So, I mean...
I don't know.
Big bottles, mini managements,
Yeah, a lot of management.
front wheel drive car,
Front wheel drive.
diamond plate floorboards.
Yeah, I don't know why he cut out, because it looked like he cut it out neatly and then installed or bolted this on somehow. For some reason. But danger to manifold.
Probably should have used grade 8 hardware to keep the floor on.
Do you think Loctite would have helped?
Probably. I mean, we definitely wouldn't have hurt anything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it added weight to his Eclipse. I don't know.
Dude, maybe just some like lock nuts.
Yeah, lock washers maybe.
Yeah.
It's the slowest semi in the world. Jeez. It must be heavy.
Boy.
Heavy boy.
I'm gonna say that nitrous system. Well, we know from the story of the movie that he blew that car up.
But not yet, because he drives it later. Remember, he picks up Vin Diesel. So he smokes. It's smoking. And then the cops come. Vin Diesel hides his car in a parking garage and is walking on the street. The cop somehow identifies him by name and says, Toretto! And so Dom runs, and then Brian Spillner, because he was an undercover cop in Fast and Furious, comes and picks him up, and then they get intercepted by the Japanese, or whatever they are, I don't know, Chinese, Tran in them. And they say, hey, you're in the wrong neighborhood, blah, blah, yeah, we know.
So his car wasn't blown up.
No, but they did blow it up, so that it was the Japanese people that blew it up. Because they say, it's a pretty car, blah, 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 you know, whatever. And then, you have to get in this lane. This lane turns to go to Phoenix. Or to 10. But then the Japanese come back and they, with an Uzi, shoot his car up, and Dom yells "Nos!" and they run away from the car and it explodes.
I thought he blew it to the moon. I thought the chick like right after the race came up and was like, "Wow, you cooked it," or
Yeah,
whatever.
no, she did say that, because they pop the hood and it's all smoking, and he's like, "I almost had you," and then they run away and he gets back in his car and drives it. It's very confusing because it's like